Welcome back to News Around, dear viewers. Tonight, we bring you a story that has shaken the entertainment world to its core, a night that began with glamour, brilliance, and star power, only to collapse under the weight of a single photograph sent from Italy. Before we dive into this emotional storm surrounding Yaman and Sara Bluma, make sure you subscribe to our channel, click the join button to support News Around, and like this video so more people can discover these in-depth stories crafted just for you. Settle in, because this is not just a breakup story. This is the night when everything changed. The evening in question had been planned as a festive celebration. One of those elite gatherings where elegance, charisma, and fame effortlessly mingle. As expected, Yaman became the center of attention the moment he walked through the door. His presence radiated confidence, his smile illuminated the room, his humor flowed naturally among friends and colleagues. Though Sara Bluma's absence was noticed, it did not raise immediate suspicion. Had a way of commanding a space effortlessly, and for a while, it looked like the night would continue without a single shadow. But sometimes, shadows do not walk through doors. Sometimes, they arrive through a phone screen. Behind the scenes, just as applause echoed from the main hall, a message notification lit up Can's phone. What he saw in that moment reportedly froze him in place. A photograph sent from Italy, by someone whose name has not yet been revealed. Hit him like a blow he couldn't prepare for. Witnesses later described the transformation on his face as immediate and heartbreaking. The brightness faded, his posture shifted, and a silence settled within him that no music or laughter in the room could overcome. He attempted to continue the night as though nothing had happened, offering polite smiles to those around him. But those who know him well noticed the tremor beneath the surface. Can's eyes carried a weight that was impossible to hide. A mixture of disbelief, disappointment, and anger he desperately tried to conceal. Unable to keep his emotions contained, he stepped away from the crowd and dialed Sara's number. What followed, according to sources close to him, was a brief but painfully intense phone call. His voice, normally calm and composed, was sharp and trembling with betrayal. "It's over. You shouldn't have done this to me. I didn't deserve this betrayal," he reportedly said, his words cutting through the silence like blades. Without waiting for further explanation, he forwarded the photograph to Sara, the very image that had shattered the foundation of their relationship and ended the call. Sara attempted to respond, insisting that she could explain, but the damage was already beyond repair. At that moment, all the warnings from her past, including those from her ex-husband, echoed in Can's mind. His final words, as rumored, were, "I should have listened. Shame on you." Then he hung up. Moments later, he blocked her on every communication channel, phone, Instagram, WhatsApp, everything. The chapter was closed. Despite this emotional earthquake, Can returned to the event, masking his devastation with a faint smile for fans who approached him. Admirers took photos, believing he was simply tired or contemplative, unaware that his world had tilted off its axis only minutes earlier. According to insiders, the betrayal cut deeper than most people know. Can had invested not only affection but genuine trust into this relationship. So when the truth arrived in the form of that single photograph, it felt like a final blow, confirming all the doubts he had forced himself to ignore. Behind closed doors, his friends say he struggled to steady his breathing, overwhelmed by the mixture of hurt and fury that flooded him like cold water. Meanwhile, Sara Bluma's side was eerily silent. Those close to her claim she was devastated by the sudden breakup, unable to articulate her thoughts or defend herself. Yet Can's resolute tone and complete withdrawal left no openings. For Sara, every path back to him seemed abruptly sealed. Even people around her whispered that the weight of her past had returned to haunt her once more. Back in the entertainment world, the news spread rapidly. Social media exploded with speculation, theories, and emotional messages from fans who felt blindsided by the abrupt breakup. Supporters of Can flooded him with encouraging notes, praising his strength and declaring their loyalty. Some insisted he had made the right decision, while others insisted on hearing Sara's side of the story. But Can's silence spoke louder than any statement could. Despite the emotional storm brewing privately within him, Can did not halt his professional commitments. Those on set described him as determined, almost stubbornly so. He carried himself with discipline, learning his lines, performing his scenes, and offering polite nods to the crew. Yet his eyes, they said, carried a depth of sorrow that even the brightest camera lights could not conceal. Over the next few days, tabloids attempted to reconstruct the timeline of the betrayal. Rumors emerged, claiming that the mysterious photograph had captured something Sara could not easily refute. Whatever the content was, insiders agree that it shattered the fragile trust between them and eliminated any hope for reconciliation. What truly shocked the public was how swiftly and decisively Can acted. There was no hesitation. No second chances. No lengthy discussions. Just a clean, final break. For a man known for his charisma and controlled demeanor, this level of emotional clarity hinted at months, perhaps years, of bottled concerns now reaching their breaking point. According to sources, this breakup did not only affect the couple, it deeply impacted their mutual friends, some of whom found themselves caught between shock and sadness. Still, the entertainment world is now asking the same burning question. What comes next for Yaman? Will this heartbreak push him toward a new era of focus and ambition? Or will it leave emotional scars that shadow his personal life for months to come? As for Sara Bluma, she remains out of the spotlight for now. Some insiders say she is preparing a statement, others believe she will keep silent, hoping the chaos passes. But one thing is certain, the damage is done, and the relationship is beyond repair. Late that night, after the event had ended and the crowd dispersed, Can was reportedly seen alone, sitting in his car, staring through the windshield without turning the engine on. No tears. Just silence. The kind of silence that follows a collapse that can no longer be denied. The entertainment world will remember this moment not for the glittering event Can attended, but for the quiet devastation hidden behind his practiced smile. This was supposed to be his night. But a single photograph changed everything. Before we continue, don't forget. Subscribe to News Around. Hit the like button to support our work. And click join if you want to help our channel grow even faster. Also tell us in the comments, do you think Sara will ever explain what happened? Do you think Can should give her another chance? In the aftermath of the breakup, Can's behavior remained consistent, strong, silent, and unyielding. He posted his usual charismatic photos on social media, but those who knew him best sensed the subtle heaviness behind them. His smiles were softer, his expressions slightly distant, as though something within him had closed its doors. Sara, on the other hand, reportedly broke down after the final phone call. Friends claim she spent hours trying to articulate a defense she never had the chance to voice. But Can's complete withdrawal, the blocking, the silence, the cold finality made it clear that the relationship had ended in a way that left no room for reconciliation. This breakup did not simply mark the end of a romance, it became a turning point in the entertainment industry. Fans, media outlets, insiders all began reshaping their expectations for both individuals. The relationship had been discussed for months, sometimes praised, sometimes criticized, but always followed closely. Now, its end had sparked a storm of commentary and speculation. For Can, this moment may become the fuel for a new chapter, one filled with greater emotional boundaries, renewed ambition, and a deeper understanding of who deserves access to his life. For Sara, the next steps remain uncertain. Will she speak? Will she disappear? Will she attempt to explain the photograph? Only time will tell. But one truth stands immovable. The story is over. The love is gone. And the night that began with glamour ended in heartbreak. Thank you for watching this deep dive into one of the most shocking breakups in recent celebrity history. If you enjoyed this detailed report, make sure to subscribe to Newsaround, hit that join button to support us, and don't forget to like and comment. Tell us. Should Can rebuild his life alone for a while, or should he open the door for new love? We love hearing your thoughts. This is Newsaround, and we'll be back soon with more exclusive stories that you won't hear anywhere else.